and I'm the lead programmer for the Wavelength section. And it's my great pleasure to be introducing you to almost the first 4 hours of La FLOR for you this evening. And I hope to see you all end of day Sunday as well. I'll be counting. No. To begin, we would like to acknowledge that tonight's event is taking place on the treaty territory of the Mississaugas the New Credit, the traditional territory of the Haudenosaunee, the Anishinaabe, and the Huron-Wendat. We are grateful to have the opportunity to work in the community. And we would also like to extend a huge thank you to El Pampero Cine for providing us with this film. Now, I know that there's been a lot of talk and some buzz around this film because of its length. And yes, it is 14 hours, so it is the longest film in Argentine history. It also won the main award at the Buenos Aires International Film Festival earlier this year. And they also won an award for ensemble acting for all the 4 amazing actresses. And the film was also just in competition in Locarno. But I think also the film should be looked at in many, many ways for its filmic qualities and its ingenious, inventive aspects and the global scale of it. So it was shot around the world over 10 years, including over 100 participants from Argentina's film and theater world. Now, Mariano Llinás couldn't be with us tonight, unfortunately, over the weekend, although he has a great love of Canada. And if you've seen the cover of CinemaScope magazine, you'll see that there's a redesign of the Canadian flag with an insert of La FLOR. But we're really, really happy to be introducing one of the directors of photography who's here with us for the weekend, Agustin Merlaharsu. Mendilarsu.
Thank you.
How about that?
It's a difficult name for a Canadian. Okay, so just a few words because, as you know, you have a very long screening ahead. So, well, I'm here on behalf of basically 2 groups of people from Buenos Aires. One of them is El Pampero, that Andrea spoke about. It's formerly 4 members, 4 people: Mariano Llinás, Laura Chitarella, Alejo Mogillansky, and me, who gathered together some 15 years ago with the idea of making cheap and strange films among friends. And well, La FLOR is somehow like a culmination of all the efforts and experiences and reflections we've been doing so far. I hope there's no next culmination because it will be like 25 hours. So, but because our previous film directed by Mariano was 4 hours or so long, and it was everybody's conversation at 4 hours, and now we did this one, and we think that that's like a short, but. And the other group is called Piel de Lava, which would be like lava skin in English. It's 4 actresses from the independent theater Ambiance of Buenos Aires, which is very powerful and very, very impressive. I do theater also myself, so it's like the film is like an encounter of these 2 groups of people who had been working prior to this encounter by themselves, like for a long time, and well, it's very exciting for me to to be here. This film was made in such an artisanal way, and it's very nice that this idea that the film is like showing around the world. It took us more or less 10 years to do it, so watching the film for us is like watching the history of our lives during those 10 years. It was a film done by friends, among friends, and with very, very strange and very like inventive ways of financing the film. We do not go for like official support, so because we don't agree very much with the system of that in Argentina. We always try to say a couple of words before the screening starts because we know it's a very strange and particular experience to watch this film, and probably a bit of talking helps, and just to make you feel like that you're accompanied. But Mariano himself will say more words now as soon as the lights go out. And I think there will be a Q&A after the third screening. Hopefully, as Andrea said, you will all stay here. I want to make like some kind of like I want to consult you because the credit sequence only lasts for 30 minutes.
A little bit longer, I think.
So what we did at Bafisi at the festival in Buenos Aires was once the credits started, like we let them roll for a couple of minutes, and then we turned the volume down and a bit of light, and we started the Q&A there. Because otherwise, like 30 minutes of credits and then the Q&A, it's like a bit exigent for the people. So if you are okay with that, we can do that on Sunday. I will be here tomorrow and on Sunday also, of course. Just a little note about what you're about to see is that rumor has it that the first intermission, this part you are going to see tonight has only one intermission. The other two have two intermissions, which is more like more generous to the audience. And rumor has it that the intermission, the only intermission in this part comes a bit too late. So I have to warn you about that. Everybody says that, so I'm sorry for that. And just for you to know when the intermission, when the film starts dealing with scorpions, you will know that the intermission is coming, okay? And when you see a very green dominant scene, Italian spoken, that's the intermission is about to come, okay? So please hold your.
Do you want to let people know how long the intermission is?
Yeah, they said it was like.
It's about 12 minutes, just so you don't disappear too far.
Please don't disappear too far. 12 minutes. It's about enough to like smoke a cigarette and do whatever. So, you know, green scene, Italian spoken, scorpions, intermission is about to come. Thank you very much and see us tomorrow.
Thank you.